Okay, so if we look here at your setup, a couple of things just to be aware of there in terms of your club position where your hands are, okay? Sometimes you put your club there leaning a little bit back behind the golf ball. Often someone's trying to get underneath the ball, so we scoop underneath the golf ball to try and lift it up in the air. And what it will do, excuse me, put your left hand in a position now, it's what we call a little bit weaker in terms of the grip now. I want to show you there now in terms of, you can see the top of the grip just visible there above. If I go through that, your left hand now is not covering that grip as you would see obviously in that position there. So you're watching a different position. You see the face of your watch there now, your hand's turned over a bit more. There's more of a natural left arm hang. Now if you actually look at your club face when you come back, as you come back to the golf ball, look how that's your left hand position. That's your natural arm hang. Your joints are lining up there now. That watch there looks very similar to that watch there, doesn't it? In terms of how much face you can see of the watch. Now your left hand now has turned round to that position where now your left wrist is through the club shaft, yeah? Where at the start, it's not, yeah? So you're starting off underneath here, but your natural return is to then do this. Now a lot of that came in the past when you had that real position up here, and this sort of saved you a little bit. Now you're not doing that. Top of the back, so now your club face, we said, wrist's great, okay? That lower half there is better. Okay, quite a lower half there in terms of that back, so we discussed something on the range today, instead of getting that nice lower half there. But if the club comes back here now, that club face now is open, isn't it, you see? That face is aiming way out to the right there, yeah? Not a bad contact, but just off to the right there. So get that left hand grip on there better. Put the left hand on first, and then get your right hand on. You look at the club position here now. To your left shoulder a bit more, okay? Then your lower half now can swing nice and quietly. You can get to that good top of the back swing position that you're now getting into. It's now working into that impact. So you can see your left hip now moving towards your left side there. If I put a line up through your left foot, your hips now moving into that green line, yeah? So good strike position there now. Head staying behind the ball, nice still, which is good. Good strike there. And then through to a very good follow-through position, okay? There's a couple of times where obviously your lower half does this, because we discussed moving your lower half less, which I think is understandable, okay? But it's like I'd rather see that than have the exaggerated leg movement you had before and then losing control, yeah? So setup-wise, grip. Left hand on first, get that left wrist a bit more over to the side there to the right, and the club shaft a bit more in front. And then swing-wise, keeping that lower half a little bit quiet as you go back. If that left knee, as we said on this one, doesn't, but the left knee goes beyond kind of vertical there, you're losing your control, aren't you? If this knee's kicked in too far this way, sir, all your weight now is going on your tiptoes, you're out of balance, you're going to be falling over, aren't you? So I got to say, progression in your swing now is coming on massively, okay? You obviously get on the golf course and playing golf, which is great. Just keep going and stuff and keep working on that grip position, that hand position. Take your time with the setup, don't rush it. It's easy to go into that grip, just grab the club and hit it, okay? Put your left on the club first, get the grip better, shaft a little bit further forward as we said, okay? So address position, we want to see a little bit more club leaning there, as opposed to where you're here. It's a bit more to your right side there. Okay, make sense? Excellent, good stuff, well done.